Hi everyone, Nick Farrow here, continuing on this series on the present tenses, and the topic is the simple present tense versus the present progressive tense and the difference in their meanings. Part A was about the grammar, but in Part B, we focus on the meaning of the present progressive tense and how to use it well in writing and in conversation. So let's start. But first, here is a key point. Many students learn in school that the progressive is about things happening now. Sometimes that is true, but many times it's quite different in meaning. Let's discover how we can use it to increase your language power. We have some example sentences coming here. These sentences have different meanings of when something is happening and for how long. Look at the first three, then 4 to 6, and then 7 to 9. Maybe pause the video now and check to see if you can find the three uses. Here are the first three. And question 1 is, when is each one about? Well, here's a line showing time. And for all three, the answer is right now. Question 2 is about the time period. How long? We don't know, but it may be only a few seconds or maybe some minutes. But anyway, the focus is about right now. In fact, there are not so many situations in which we need to use group A. Look at this mini conversation. It's not usual to say, "What are you doing?" Not about now, because we can usually see what people are doing when we talk to them. Of course, in a telephone call, that would be more natural. And other questions like, "What are you cooking?" or "What are you painting?" would be natural. Oh, it looks like someone was angry. Let's check group B now. You can see that the focus period is much longer than the first group. In these examples, maybe 1 day, 1 week, or maybe many months. So with group B, the present progressive is about a temporary activity or situation. But look at this example too. Well, he can't be reading the books right now, but maybe sometime today and maybe over a period of 1 or 2 weeks. And here's another completely different case. But this is very commonly used. All three are about the future, about people's very clear plans. 7, 8, and 9. These plans almost always have a clear time indicated. Okay, an exercise for you now. Remembering these 3 time groups, look for them in the story on the next slide. Here we go. First, read this little story for meaning, and then try to find those verb phrases. The next slide will highlight the target points. So again, maybe you should pause the video until you're ready. Okay, here they are. Did you notice them all okay? Now, please decide which group each verb phrase is in. Is it A, B, or C? Again, pause until you want to hear the answers. First, is waiting and is preparing are temporary over several days. So that's group B. Then is going out and are having are his plans for the near future. That's group C. And finally, is standing, is waiting, and is talking are all about right now. That's group A. Okay. Right. The first video of part 1 looked at the grammar, and in part 1b, we have been studying the meanings and the ways we use the present progressive. The time focus is on 3 main areas. Now, here's a good example. Temporary situations and our personal plans. Do you remember this? It appeared at the start of this lesson. Which is it, A, B, or C? Well, I hope you can see that this is probably meant to be only for a short time, not forever. That's the nuance in this case. So it's the temporary type. So we've studied about the 3 meanings, but finally, yes, we're almost finished, use is important too. How do we use each one? Well, here they are in order of the most used to the least used. And plans is number 1. We talk about our plans in the present progressive a lot. Sometimes we talk about temporary situations, but we don't talk about now very much. Sometimes, of course, but it's not very common. This is a key point about this lesson. Plans, what I'm doing tonight, what we are doing this weekend, etc., are the most useful. This is the most useful way to use the present progressive tense. Okay, time for a break. Now, in the second part of this course on the present tenses, look to see how the simple present tense is used. It's very different in meaning, and there are 5 videos about 5 different uses. Don't worry, they're all shorter than this one. Thanks for studying with me. Please like the video if you liked it, and then when you have time to study the first of the simple present mini videos, please watch it. These vids will really increase your communication power. Guaranteed.